a very modern, interesting concept about food. It's a big industry today. But Kuki Khan has a different perception of this food and eating and its process. In the world, either people die eating, this is the trend, or do dieting. I call it the madness of dieting. It has become a neurosis. I come across, for all these years, so many years, I've come across people who put on weight, like I explained in one of the videos, how one starts putting on weight after a certain age because you don't use your body. And of course, there are many other conditions, your belief system, the way you think, and your genetic conditions. So besides these few conditions, people put on weight because of a simple reason: they don't use their body. Your genes don't decide what you're going to have for breakfast and how much you need to train and how much you need to exercise. But this is an understanding we have to see here now. The madness of dieting is so wide, it is almost an industry of billions of dollars. So people see dieting as a way to lose weight. It's a very cosmetic concept. A concept which is just aimed at temporary loss of weight. For a majority of people, a major percentage of population. So when people come to me and say, oh, I have put on weight and I'm dieting, I say, please don't talk to me. Because it is the most exploited concept by the industry of dietitians and the specialists in the industry who exploit the people's fear and guilt. The entire media is trying to create the sense of fear and guilt about food in your minds. One has to see this fear and guilt. You have become so calculative about your eating patterns. 5-gram protein, 10-gram carbohydrate, 5-gram fat. How can you be so calculative? Many times people come up with these questions about dieting, and I say, please, it has to be thrown into the dustbin. The concept of dieting is very modern. It has to be thrown into the dustbin. Food is supposed to be medicine itself. If you eat correctly with the science of the ancient wisdom, then it becomes your medicine. It is used to heal oneself. So the madness of dieting has got to go out of the window for a person who is on a dieting plan. Because what happens, understand, when a person goes on a diet plan, and there are so many plans which come up every 3 months, and people keep trying but never get the results. They get temporary results for a time being, and automatically after a few months they put on more weight. Why does it happen? People lose 30 kilos, 35 kilos, and they come back after 6 months to me crying, oh, I lost 35 kilos, but now I've put on 5 extra kilos, I've become 45 kilos. Doctors, people who are intellectuals, don't see the reason why it happens. Because when you start dieting, understand that the body goes into a mode of self-defense. The deep conscious mind starts seeing this as a signal of famine. In ancient times, when people would be hunting, the body would go into a mode of famine where they had no food or less food, and it would start storing energy, it would start storing fat, because fat has to be used as energy in times of famine. But nowadays, because of so much stress, and you stop eating food, the body says, oh, now there is famine, there is no food, so it actually starts storing more fat. And what it does, it goes into a cannibalism mode. It starts eating its own protein. It starts eating its own muscle. And when you start losing your own muscle, you're starting to lose your own muscle mass. You are starting to drop down in your basic metabolic rate. The efficiency of the body to burn calories at rest starts to drop. So automatically, you are at a loss. It's a lose-lose situation. You may lose weight, but you're losing also quality weight. You're losing your muscle mass. You're losing the very engines of the body, which is supposed to burn fuel, which is supposed to burn calories. And that's why you put on more weight after the certain point of time when you come back to your regular diet patterns and normal lifestyle. So the madness of dieting has got to completely go out of the window. One has to learn to exercise. One has to learn to get your strength back. One has to learn to get your muscle back. Automatically, your efficiency of the body to burn calories goes up. Like the example of a Ferrari with high engine power, just on ignition is going to burn more petrol. The muscles are the engines of the body. It's a multifunctional organ which supports the entire body to function in harmony. So understand that dieting is a loss-loss situation. One has to follow the science of Kuki Khan. One has to follow the dharma of a healthy life, of a healthy body. So eat well, enjoy your meal, don't feel guilty, don't fear food. You have to understand the science, then the madness will go. You don't have to die eating, neither do you have to diet or do dieting of any kind.